Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, May 28, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Houston Astros vs Oakland Athletics. Houston took the opening game of this series Friday night for their 9th win in their last 11 games while snapping a 2-game skid. The Astros improved to 29-21 on the year and stood second in the AL West, 3 games behind the Rangers for the top spot in the division. On Friday night, Houston got 2 hits each from Jose Altuve, run, Alex Bregman, 2 runs, RBI, Kyle Tucker, run, and Corey Julks, 3 RBI in the win. Hunter Brown, 5-1, earned the win on the mound as he threw 7 innings, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits with 1 walk and 10 strikeouts. Ryan Presley fanned the side in the 9th for his 9th save of the season. Oakland has been awful all season, and one has to credit Mark Kotsay for keeping his team competitive with a franchise that is on par with the Cleveland Indians of the early part of the movie Major League. The A's continue to flounder, and it's hard to have faith in a team that entered Saturday with 9 straight losses, not to mention 43 defeats in their first 53 games. Houston bounced back nicely from 2 straight losses by taking the opening game of this series. The Astros should be able to take advantage of Medina, especially his wildness, while Javier shouldn't have problems as he has in the past here. Take Houston to win on getaway day and clinch the series. Oakland dropped their 9th straight game and has logged the most losses in the first 53 games of a season since at least 1900 with their defeat Friday night. The A's entered Saturday 10-43 on the season and are in the basement of the AL West, 23.5 games behind the Rangers for the top spot in the division. On Friday night, Oakland finished the game with only 5 hits, with no player having more than 1 in the contest. Seth Brown hit his 3rd homer of the season to account for the A's offense in the game. James Kaprielian, 0-5, took the loss on the mound as he allowed 5 runs, 4 earned, on 8 hits with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts over 5 innings of work. Luis Medina takes the hill for his 5th start of the season for the A's in this contest. He comes in 0-3 with a 6.45 ERA, a 1.254 whip, 7 walks and 19 strikeouts over 22.1 innings. In addition, he has allowed 7 homers in that span on the year. Medina took the loss in his last start, which came Tuesday on the road against the Mariners. He threw 5.1 innings, allowing 3 runs on 5 hits with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts, in a game the A's lost 3-2. In his last 3 starts, Medina is 0-2 with a 4.67 ERA, a 0.98 whip, 4 walks and 13 strikeouts over 17.1 innings of work. Medina, in his 5th career major league start, pitches against the Astros for the first time. This marks his 3rd career start at the RingCentral Coliseum. He is 0-1 with a 4.50 ERA, a 0.833 whip, 2 walks and 9 strikeouts over 12 innings. Medina has made 5 appearances, 4 starts, for AAA Las Vegas in the Pacific Coast League this season, posting a 0-1 record with a 7.43 ERA, a 1.95 whip, 15 walks and 16 strikeouts over 13.1 innings of work. In his minor league career, Medina is 15-25 with a 4.94 ERA, a 1.553 whip, 281 walks, and 473 strikeouts over 395.1 innings in 98 appearances, 95 starts. The under is 9-1 in Athletics' last 10 games versus a right-handed starter. Take the under 8.5 runs on Sunday. Miami Marlins vs Los Angeles Angels. The Marlins have played well since they snapped their 3-game losing streak and they've won 2 of their last 3 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with another win over the Angels, which will give them their 3rd win in their last 4 games and the series win. Miami is averaging 3.71 runs per game. Their .259 batting average is 9th in the league. Their .315 on-base percentage is 20th, while their .401 slugging percentage is 17th. Luis Arias led the Marlins with a .374 batting average, while Jorge Soler leads the team with 16 home runs and 33 RBI. Miami's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 4.60 runs per game. Opponents have a .251 batting average against the Marlins, which is 22nd in the league. Their 4.39 ERA is 18th, while their 1.34 whip is 23rd. In his last start, Perez gave up 4 hits and 4 runs in 4.1 innings, leading to a 5-4 loss to Colorado. They will need a significantly better performance from him if they want to win this game. The Angels have won 6 of their last 8 games and 5 of their last 7 home games. They are playing well offensively and scored 13 runs in their last 3 home games. Expect them to play well offensively in this game because they've hit the ball well against right-handers, and Perez hasn't looked good on the mound on the road, giving up 4 runs in his lone road start. With Miami's bullpen also struggling in recent games, they will have a hard time slowing down the Angeles in this game. The Marlins have lost 4 of their last 6 games and 5 of their last 8 road games. Despite their slump, they are playing well offensively, scoring 22 runs in their last 3 road games. But they will have a hard time scoring in this game because Sandoval has done a good job on the mound at home, giving up 10 runs in his last 4 home starts. He gave up 1 run in his lone start against the Marlins last season and will keep their offense in check. Go with Los Angeles to cover the money line. The Angels played well over the past week and they've won 4 of their last 5 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Marlins, which will give them their 5th win in their last 6 games. Los Angeles is averaging 4.88 runs per game. Their .260 batting average is 8th in the league. Their .327 on-base percentage is 13th, while their .425 slugging percentage is 8th. Gio Urshela leads Los Angeles with a .310 batting average, while Shohei Ohtani leads the team with 12 home runs and 32 RBI. Los Angeles' pitching has been good, with the team giving up 4.65 runs per game. Opponents have a .241 batting average against the Angels, which is 10th in the league. Their 4.23 ERA is 15th, while their 1.31 WHIP is 17th. In his last start, Sandoval gave up 5 hits and 3 runs in 4.2 innings, leading to a 6-2 loss to Minnesota. They will need a better effort from him if they want to get the win. The trend suggests a higher scoring affair between these two teams on Sunday. Take the over 8.5 runs. Pittsburgh Pirates vs Seattle Mariners. Luis Ortiz, 1-2 4.02 ERA 1.66 WHIP, takes the hill for this interleague series finale, and he was solid in his last outing, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits in 7 2/3 innings in a 6-4 win over the Texas Rangers. The Pirates had lost his first 2 starts of the season where he was not sharp, giving up 9 runs in 8 innings. In his only road start this season, which was the start before the last one, he gave up 4 runs in only 3 innings in a 4-0 loss to the Detroit Tigers. This is Ortiz's first career start against the Pirates. In Game 2 of this series, the Bugs put up a goose egg in a 5-0 loss to the Mariners, where they only had 2 hits. On the season, the Pirates have been led by their pitching, as they rank 8th in the majors in team ERA and only rank 20th in runs scored. Brian Reynolds, .2927 HR 32 RBI, leads the Bucks in batting average and RBI, and in the opening game of this series, had HR and 4 RBI, but was hit less in Game 2. Jack Suwinski, .2339 HR 26 HR, leads the club in long balls, and in Game 1 of this series went deep twice with 3 RBI, and in Game 2, had one of Pittsburgh's hits. On the season, the Pirates have a better road record, 14-12, than home record, 12-13. While the Pirates have won 8 of their last 11 games facing a lefty, which Gonzalez is, don't look for that trend to continue. The Mariners are the hotter team, winning 5 of their last 6 games, while the Pirates have lost 3 of their last 4 games. Gonzalez was pretty good in his last start after the worst start of the season in the previous one. He has not given up more than 3 runs in any of his last 3 home starts and will have a good outing in this game. Ortiz is also coming off a good start, but in the 2 before that, which were his first this season, he gave up 9 runs. In his lone road start, he gave up 4 runs in only 3 innings, and he will give up some runs in this game. Unlike the first 2 games of this series, this finale will be close, but the Seattle lineup will be better at the dish, which is why they will get the W and take the series. Take the Mariners. Marco Gonzalez, 415.68 ERA 1.51 WHIP, bounced back in his last start after the previous one, which was his worst of the season. After giving up 8 runs in only 1 2/3 innings in a loss, he gave up 2 runs on 5 hits in 6 innings in his last start, a 3-2 win over the Oakland A's. He has not given up more than 2 runs in 3 of his last 4 starts. Gonzalez has not faced a Pirate since the 2019 season. In the 5-0 Game 2 win in this series, the top 3 in the Seattle lineup all had 2 hits, and Eugenio Suarez had 2 RBI. Jarred Kelenic, .277 HR 25 RBI, leads the Mariners in batting average and HR, and had been hitless in 3 straight games, before getting 1 hit in Game 2. Eugenio Suarez, .2195 HR 31 RBI, leads the team in RBI, and he went 4 games without a hit. Boston Red Sox vs Arizona Diamondbacks. The Red Sox will have Tanner Houck take the mound for the 10th time of the season on Sunday. Houck was outstanding in his previous start, limiting a potent Halos offense to 1 run in 6 innings, resulting in a no decision in a game the Red Sox lost. The young right-hander has not been sharp in 3 of his 4 outings this month and has accrued a 4.99 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP, accompanied by a 3-3 record in 48.2 innings on the year. This is his first career meeting against Arizona. The Boston Red Sox are playing the last game of a long 9-game road trip. They are stumbling, winning just 2 out of their last 6 games. The Diamondbacks are clicking. They just went 6-3 on a 9-game road trip prior to this series, including a series win against the Phillies. Furthermore, Red Sox starter Tanner Houck had a decent April, but this month has been a different story, recording a horrible 5.56 ERA this month. Boston has been slumping at the plate, scoring 4 or fewer runs in 6 of their last 7 games. D-back starter Merrill Kelly continues to dazzle, allowing 2 or fewer earned runs in 4 of his last 5 outings, and the Diamondbacks have won in 4 of those 5 decisions. Merrill Kelly will be on the rubber in the last game of the series. Kelly was solid in his previous outing, allowing 3 runs, 2 earned, in 5 innings against the Pirates, and was awarded the victory. The veteran has a 2.88 ERA this month and has the numbers of an ace, registering a 2.98 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP, accompanied by a 5.3 record in 57.1 innings pitched on the season. Kelly has only made 1 career start against the Red Sox, and it was a good one, limiting them to 1 run in 8 innings. The Diamondbacks continue to dazzle. They have collected 4 consecutive series victories highlighted by series wins against the Giants, and most recently, 2 wins in 3 bouts in Philly prior to this series. The offense has been key in many of their wins. They rank top 10 in many hitting categories and are only 1.5 games behind the Dodgers. Keep it simple, take the over 9 runs. Philadelphia Phillies vs Atlanta Braves. It has been a disappointing start to the 2023 season for the Philadelphia Phillies, coming off their surprise run to the World Series last year. They now sit 2 games below .500 and in 4th place in the NL East. The Phillies have now won 3 of their last 4 games, including 2 of the first 3 this series. On the season, the Phillies lineup ranks towards the bottom of the league, having scored just 223 runs on the season through their first 52 games, good for just 4.3 per game. As a team, the Phillies are hitting a very respectable .258 with a team ops of .740. They have just been struggling to convert these into runs so far. Since returning from injury at the beginning of the month, Bryce Harper has been leading the offense in Philly, posting a superb .929 ops. While the Phillies have struggled to score runs this season, their pitching has allowed some of the most runs in the majors so far this year. Facing off against one of the best teams in the league, the Phillies will need their pitching to come through for them. Taking the mound for Philadelphia on Sunday is Dylan Covey. After falling out of the majors for the last few seasons, Covey is being given another chance with the Phillies and hopes to make the most of it. In his first appearance with the team, Covey allowed just 1 run in 5 innings, but he owns a career ERA of 6.45. I am taking the Braves minus 1.5 in this one. The Phillies have played a little better as of late, but their offense has still been fairly lackluster, even after the return of Bryce Harper early in the month. With a budding ace in Spencer Strider on the mound for Atlanta, it will be a tall task for the Phillies to score enough runs to get the job done against the Braves on Sunday. Given his career track record, including having fallen out of the big leagues for several seasons, the Braves' potent lineup should have no problem scoring runs in this one. With Strider in all-star form, the Braves should be able to cover the 1.5 run spread in this one. Our team pick is Braves minus 1.5 runs. It has been another good start to the year for the Atlanta Braves, who come into this one at 31-21 and are hoping to win their 2nd World Series in a 3-year span. Entering Sunday's game, the Braves have split their last 4 games, though they have lost 2 of the first 3 games of this series to the Phillies. The Braves lineup has been one of the strongest in all of baseball so far this season, ranking 3rd in the NL, with 264 runs scored so far in 2023. As a team, Atlanta is hitting .258 to go with a stellar ops of .794 on the year. The Braves lineup has been led by their perennial MVP contender in Ronald Acuna Jr., who is mashing opposing pitching yet again this year, along with their breakout star, catcher Sean Murphy. While having one of the best lineups in the league, the Braves also have arguably the best pitching staff in the NL, having allowed the fewest runs in the National League, with just 209 allowed. I am taking the over of 8.5 between the Phillies and Braves on Sunday. With Dylan Covey on the mound, with his career ERA of 6.45 and lack of major league experience despite his age of 31, the Braves should have no problem running up the score on the Phillies. With a lineup chock full of elite bats like Ronald Acuna Jr., Matt Olson, Ozzie Albies, and Sean Murphy, the damage the Braves can do extends throughout the entire lineup. Spencer Strider has been very good on the season, but the Phillies should be able to post at least a few runs against him and the Braves bullpen, with the Braves carrying most of the scoring load in this one, the over should be very achievable. Our total pick is over 8.5 runs.